Tennessee love. Tennessee baseball got a good win, got to show some love.
There you go.
This is Tennessee soccer, but I wish I had a baseball shirt.
Morning, Grant.
Crazy.
Thank you. Questions for Grant? Got one start on Zoom then with Mark Murphy.
Hey, Grant. I believe you had said at one point that Rick Barnes sort of pointed to PJ Tucker as a guy you could aspire to. I'm just wondering how much you studied what he's done, and did you basically agree with that comparison?
Yeah, Coach Barnes used to say all the time that I reminded him a lot of PJ. I'm of PJ. Yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say right now. I'm stumbling. But yeah, so I definitely in college looked at a lot of his clips with Coach Barnes. I understood what he did in college, but now also in the NBA. And he emulated a lot of guys. He said Jay Crowder, PJ, guys like that. He said those are the rules. You have to find your way to fit in. And it's an honor to be able to, compete against him. And not only just because he's been playing in the league for as long as he has, but the amount of guys he's competed with and the amount of energy and tenacity he brings every single night. So I guess it's just that Rick Barnes connection that brings the best out of both of us, I guess.
Next Zoom question from Bobby Manning.
Hey, Grant, what stands out most to you about Marcus Smart's leadership style? And just how do you kind of see the different guys on this team, including yourself, respond to the things he does as a leader?
Yeah, everybody's different types of leaders. Smart's definitely vocal, and also going to bring the most out of you and challenge you. Al's, I feel like, more kind of pick you up, like encouraging and tell you to stay locked in and everything else. And then I feel like Smart and I have similar leadership styles that we say a lot and get on one another, but we expect to be held accountable ourselves too. So it's one of those things that it's great to have him back around and have that voice back, as well as have Al back too, because we all kind of balance each other out. It makes it easy to be able to not only hold each other accountable, but also pick one another up and make sure everybody's feeling great about the game that we're playing and the future that we have.
Paul said this morning that Kyle Lowry is going to try to play tonight. If he's able to come back, what would that do to change, the look for Miami at both ends?
Yeah, Kyle brings shooting. He brings intensity when it comes to like the defensive end. He uses his body in great position. You don't necessarily want to post him up. He does a great job of taking charges, using kind of flailing, getting the referees into the game. So he's a vet that you have to, take out of the game because he provides a scoring push for them as well. And they play a lot more in transition when he plays. He kicks the ball ahead. He's willing to pull up in transition threes, flying off of action. So it gives them a different dynamic. It's going to be fun to have him back because you want every team to be fully healthy so you can compete to the highest level. And hopefully PJ's knee is good too, so we all can kind of go out there and play our best game of basketball.
He's supposed to play too, PJ. And one other thing, this is the first game you guys have had your full top 7 or 8 guys available in a while. That guys in and out with injuries, COVID, whatever. When you guys are all available, what has allowed you guys to be so dominant defensively as a group together?
I think it's just really been our versatility of being able to switch, do different coverages, execute, because we have all the guys, you have a lot of different looks you could put out there. You could put a physical big lineup out there. You could put a smaller, more agile, more athletic lineup. We have Rob as a shot blocker. You have Al, who's versatile enough to guard any position. So for us, it's just a matter of understanding exactly when we have everybody that we have to be just as solid as we are when we don't. And we have to be even more detailed because it allows us to take teams out of what they want to do and make them go into secondary and third looks. So that's probably the biggest thing for us, just because we have everybody else in and we have everybody back, just staying locked in and honed in on what we need to accomplish.
Hi, Grant. How are you?
Doing well.
As you said, you talk a lot. That's part of your leadership style. We see that. We hear that a lot. When did that start for you? Were you just a chatty little child on the court, even way back then?
Yeah, I've been a chatterbox probably my whole life, not just on the court, but I'm the kid that raised his hand in class to ask a question when everybody else wanted to move on. So For me, I feel like it's always been a talking thing. I don't really take things personally to heart. I feel like all the guys will say that so they can joke on me, they can mess with me, and nothing happens. So I think that's what makes me me. And I just try my best to be genuine and be exactly who I am and bring that to the basketball court, because that energy, that tenacity, that exuberance allows me to play the way I play.
And going back to game one, obviously there was a little confrontation on the bench with you and MA. I'm just wondering, how long did it take for that relationship with MA and the team for him to be able to coach you guys hard and you guys not get sensitive or have hurt feelings after that?
Yeah, I don't know about full team, but I know for me, myself and Ime, I remember getting into it from training camp. Like, so it's been that way from the beginning with us. We're kind of like the two competitive guys that we talk trash and joke around with one another. So it's just that relationship that we've built as time has gone on, and allows us to not only be able to have conversations like those and move on afterwards, but also be able to like be honest and genuine and be able to say that there's not a single thing we can leave out because we have to be sensitive of affecting this, that, or whatever. So it's been great to have him basically grow. I feel like he's understood who he's talking to and we're like what situations to speak in and what not to. And he's definitely going to challenge us no matter what time, but he's definitely done a phenomenal job of learning everybody's personalities. And I feel like as that has happened, it allowed everybody to trust him even more.
Chris?
What's up with Deuce? No showing you on that handshake in the locker room.
Yeah, when I was going around dapping everybody up, I guess Deuce, he had to use the bathroom. So it was one of those things where as I get to him, he told JT he can hold it, and next thing you know, he was like, the meeting was about to start. He's like, maybe not. So next thing you know, that's why JT grabbed him and they went. But I was like, because normally like Deuce is my guy, and he'd ask me up, but hurt my heart a little bit. And then Eileen had to expose me by posting it, so it happens.
You sure Dad's not in his ear telling him to not talk to you or anything?
What'd you say?
You sure JT's not in his ear telling you not to talk?
You
to him?
never know, honestly. Ever since I said I was the strongest one on the team or stronger than him, I guess, I've got a little bit of shade from Deuce from now on. He feel like you're not stronger than my dad. So I don't know. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's because, I'm light skinned and I'm the pretty one, JT, like people don't just normally call him that. So probably those two things that add up. And, I feel like as time goes on, when we get a little bit older, they're going to appreciate, the fact that can happen. Like dad is dad, but Grant's dope too,
Thank you, Grant. We'll wrap it up right there. Have a good day.
Thank y'all.